Stop trying to manifest. Having to try for something means you don't really believe you can have it at all. Just trust the process and become manifestation instead. Today, I'm going to share with you how. Hello, 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 and welcome to another beautiful day. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley. I help you manifest on purpose. Thank you so much for being here, spending time with me today. Thank you for all of those you've invited, and thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. Today, we're going to talk about being manifestation, becoming manifestation. We're going to get right into it. But before we do, let's hear our astro-numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Wednesday, March the 27th. The sun is in Aries, the moon is in Scorpio. It's an 11 universal month, a 6 universal week, an 11 universal day. Situational awareness, cosmically speaking, is an important part of the day. It's not about being distracted with one's head looking down and not paying attention, because that's how one gets distracted and trip or bump into things. Instead, keep one's heads up, pay attention, and one may be surprised at what they would have otherwise missed. Leo, Cancer, Aquarius, and those born on the 2nd, 7th, 11th, 16th, 20th, 25th, and 29th of the month need to do this even more than the rest. Once again, this is our numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 numerology app. Do you know that you can get your forecast every day as well as your calendar? You can learn your personal days and the days that you may need to pay more attention, as the forecast said today. All you have to do is download the Star 8 Numerology app. You can get it on the App Store, Google Play, at star8.com, or linktree/numbers and you. Numerology is a very important metaphysical tool that you can use to get to know more about yourself and to guide your life. If you are interested in learning more about yourself, you can get your personal numerology chart at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. If you're interested in a mate or compatibility, you can also get a compatibility report there. You can get your business report there. And you can get the forecast for your entire year so that you can plan your year out on purpose. Once again, that website is at KIMBALEY.com. Now let's get into the show. Does it ever seem like sometimes that people make manifestations seem so hard and difficult to do? I definitely feel you on that, because trust me, during my journey of learning the art of manifestation, I have had my trying times. Just like many other people of the time, I felt like that only certain people can manifest. Has anyone ever made you feel that way? Almost as if you have to meet a certain requirement before you're able to manifest. That's how I felt in the beginning. I thought you had to be skilled in the art of manifestation. Lucky for me, though, it just so happened that I had an experience that taught me exactly how manifestation works. Hopefully, you can take whatever I've learned here today and apply it to your very own life. This is what happened to me. I had gotten hired for a new job. I was so excited about this job because I was elevating. I was being hired as a supervisor on this job. I had done the work many years before, but I had never been in a position of leadership before. Hopefully, you can get a sense of how excited I was when they told me that I had got the job and I was going to be hired in a higher position. And hey, when I heard that, my mind was going cha-ching because I knew that I would be making more money in this position. So I went through the hiring process and everything went fine at first. It was the first day of training that I knew something was not right. When I went to sign my paperwork in the human resources office, I got a bit of a surprise. And that surprise was that I was not being hired as a supervisor. I was being signed up in a regular role. I did not understand what was going on. Why would they tell me that I was hired as a supervisor and now they have me signing paperwork that has me as a regular employee? I asked a lot of questions to try to get to the bottom about what was going on, but no one seemed to know what happened or who dropped the ball. But what they did tell me was, hey, just stick in here. There'll be another supervisor position coming up in which you can apply and interview then. The funny thing, though, before I actually started that first day, I had already gotten into that supervisory mode. I knew that I had to go into this place of employment as a supervisor, and I could not be the same employee that I was on the last job because I had took a level up. I knew that there were some things that had to change. So I started that day with the same energy that I would have started if I had been in the supervisor's position in the first place. Little did I know that was the best thing for me to do at the time because the job was a male dominated job and most of the people in the supervisor roles were men. That's probably why I didn't get the supervisor position in the first place. They wanted to see if I had what it took. For that first month, I handled my duties as if I was the supervisor. And within a month, a new position for a supervisor became available. Needless to say, I wasted no time filling out that application. And when I went on the interview, one of the people interviewing me said, we've been watching you. And finally, they awarded me the position that I was hired for in the first place. It's kind of silly I had to go through all of that, right? Well, you know how I told you I like to reverse engineer manifestations to see what led to the actual manifestation in the first place? Well, in this case, I did the same thing. I look back over that period to see just how I manifested myself in that position, even when it seemed as if the position had been taken away from me. I continued to play the part. The reason why I bring this topic up today is because there are so many people that feel as if just because things are not going the way they think they should go, that they're not manifesting. And that is totally untrue. When I look back over this experience, one of the things I ask myself is, what if I decided I was going to walk away when I found out I did not get the position I was initially hired for. Now, watch out because I'm going to dig real deep right now. I want you to ask yourself a question. Is there a time that you wanted to manifest something, but you walked away from it because you did not see the results you were hoping for? Now, I can't see you, so if you have your hands up, you're safe. Nobody knows your hand is up. But I'm willing to bet that there are a few people out there that have had this same problem. And for those people, I want to ask this question. What if you knew the moment you walked away, what you really wanted was right there, one step ahead of you? You can take a moment to think back on that because there's been a few times that I know I've probably walked away from some things, not knowing what I know now. What I know now is that manifestation is not something that you have to go get. The manifestation is already here. It's just waiting for you to catch up with it. It's waiting for you to begin believing in it. It's waiting for you to see it, even if you don't see it in your physical yet. My introduction to manifestation was through faith. And this is one of my favorite verses, Hebrews 11:1. And this is the NIV version. It says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." So it's about being confident in the things that we want and being certain that just because we don't see it right now does not mean that it is not happening. It means that you're not aligned with it. It means that it's already there, but you're off to the left somewhere. You're off to the right somewhere. You're not in alignment with it at this moment. So we don't practice manifestation because we have already established that everything that we want is already available to us. What we are practicing is alignment. And what does alignment mean? Alignment means being in position. The person with the baseball bat don't know the direction or how fast the pitcher is going to pitch that ball. But all he does know is that when the pitcher pitches, he better be in position. You get into position by becoming what you want. I couldn't carry that same mindset in the new job that I had on the old job because I had leveled up and I was seeking a new position, a position that required me to be something different than I already was at the time. I say often that a stop sign does not mean stop. Sometimes it's just a yield sign. It's letting you know that you're not ready. So if you're not seeing it yet, it just means that there are some things that you got to adjust in your life so that you can begin to become it. And it can be real practical, real simple, such as that leadership position. In order to fill that leadership role, I had to first change my mindset. And that's where it starts for a lot of people. Are you ready for what it is that you say that you want to manifest in your life? Sometimes you have to think it through. That's why it is important to have goals and hit these small wins first so that you can grow into what it is that you want to create in your life. Boy, let me tell you, there's some things that I wanted to manifest in my life, and I look back at those things that I was disappointed in not getting, and I think to myself, oh, I'm so glad. I'm so grateful that I didn't get what I asked for. So, all I'm asking you to do is pump your brakes a little bit, think things through, start playing the role. And once you start playing the role, you know if it's for you or if it's not. Sit back, relax, let things flow the way they are. During that experience, I wasn't trying to manifest anything. I just got into alignment of what I knew that one day I was going to become. There were so many people that had advice about how I should handle the situation. I just ignored the advice and did the best I could as an employee at the time. It can be so easy to give up when things don't look like they're going your way. But what if you decide to walk away right at the finish line? Stop trying to manifest. Having to try for something means you don't really believe you can have it at all. Trust the process and become manifestation instead. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.